Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you guys are excited for today's session. So, let us begin. My name is Anuj Sharma. I lead the community and operations here at Hack Skill. And I'll take you quickly through the agenda. What are we doing here? What are we going to learn? And what is RPADC quickly? So, RPADC, basically Robotic Process Automation Developer Camp presented by UiPath Community and Hack Skill, aims to help you guys, help the students and the college to start their journey towards RPA. Right. RPDC provides a streamlined path of learning for participants to follow in order to grasp the concept of RPA and directly from the industry experts. So today here we are going to learn about what RPDC is, what RPA is, what are the futures of RPA, future opportunities, what you can learn, how you can learn in RPA, how can you start your journey in RPA, and quickly show you a hands-on part of quick 10 minutes where you can build a bot to, scrap data from Flipkart or Amazon. So I'm not sure how many of you have heard about RPA, but RPA is a really interesting topic. And to talk on that, we have Mr. Srinivas K, Senior Consultant and Pro Partner and UiPath MVP. And along with him, we have Shubham, who is the UiPath MVP and Senior Consultant. So these two people are gonna be today's industry experts, MVPs, special guests, whatever you want to call them, and they'll be quickly covering you, taking you through the concepts of RPA. So let me just add them to the screen, and then we'll begin. Hi Shubham, hi Srinivas, how are you?
I'm good, Anuj. Thanks for asking. Thanks for inviting us over.
Great, hi Srinivas. You're on mute.
Yeah, hi Anuj. Sorry about that. Thanks for
That
the
happens.
inviting me to session. Welcome all.
Great. So who's gonna go first, and who's gonna cover which topics today?
So I
Yeah,
would be
should
going
we?
first, and after
Yeah,
that, I'll request Srinivas to join in.
Great. So I guess you can start sharing a screen, and the students are eagerly waiting to know more about RPA, your experience, and the insights you have to share.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So please let me know once the screen is visible to you guys.
Yes, it is visible.
yes,
Okay. So hi everyone. First of all, let's talk about what is RPA. And I assume that this would be a very fruitful session for you all, and you can actually learn something out from these discussions. Okay, so what is an RPA? So RPA, the full form for the RPA is basically robotics process automation. Now, basically, the first thing that comes to us is robots. Robots. So what? Let's go and first dissolve all the myths of what is not RPA. So RPA is not about anything that is walking and talking robots or that's a humanoid. It is not about anything that is a workhouse related robots, and it is not a human replacement. So basically, it's basically as you can see in Robot 2.0, Chitty, or maybe in Robot. Chitty is not actually an RPA thing. So that's totally a different sector of automations, and that is a humanoid robotics. So, what is an RPA? Now, RPA is a technology that enables a software program to mimic human actions. So, what the human actions is basically, it can be termed as mundane task. So basically, what it does is it helps in interaction with the computer applications to accomplish required tasks. So some of the human interactions are such as keyboard inputs, mouse clicks or mouse movements, or reading a items from the screen. Now, what do you mean by keyboard inputs? So let's assume you are opening facebook.com. You need to type that out inside the Chrome browser. So basically, this is keyboard inputs. What is mouse movements and clicks? So you type in the username. You need to actually click on the login means in the username field. So that is you navigate to that particular thing. So that is mouse movements that has been done. Now, once you have done successfully login inside, how will that be identified? So that is something that a bot does. It can actually read the screen also. Means it can understand that we have actually logged in successfully or not. So by saying all this, now let's assume we are doing an automation on you login into Facebook. So by doing this, what we do is we pass in the parameters. Now parameters are something that would be predefined from your side because the robot doesn't know what is your username password. It cannot actually know till you actually provide it that to it. So that's what an RPA is. So this is what the RPA can actually do in the whole use case. We can actually mimic human actions. We can operate any application using an RPA. It can be used for reading structural data, and it can be used for actioning data. The best part of RPA is if you have built up the logic perfectly, it doesn't perform any mistakes and it will work 24/7 without any rest. And the last part and the best part why the companies are loving it, it's because it's very quick to implement and it's very powerful to scale up. So today, if you're having an automation on one system, you can actually replicate it to multiple systems very easily. So that's why the RPA comes into a structure. Now, I'm just showing a small demo of what I've done is I've created a Instagram liker bot. So what the bot would be doing in this particular scenario is it would be opening Instagram, and this is what is done automatically. I'm not doing, or there is no human interaction that is happening. We would be navigating to Michael Jordan's profile page and then start liking all the items or posts being created by him or her. So in this particular thing, we are actually, as you can see, the bot is actually doing it automatically. You can see we are doing the next page and then liking the page and then going ahead on this. So this whole thing is very easy to be implemented. This whole automation that I created, it took me approximately 15 to 20 minutes. And the whole automation can be easily been obtained if you get a good hands on it. You can actually do it yourself as well. So Instagram, now why we have created this is just to make you relate that if you want to like the all photos of your crush or maybe a celebrity or maybe some profiles, some teachers, this can be done as an automatic way. So let's go ahead till the end of this video. As you can see, the mouse is navigating on the right and left. Means it's a very small thing, but as you can see, the cursor is actually moving automatically. So this is the means highest power possible from RPA. Means this can be used very easily and it can be scaled up as per our convenience as well. So now let's talk about why use of RPA in businesses. Now RPA can be used in multiple businesses. So these are the few examples that we have. So first of all, that I would like to share is education sector. In education sector, we can actually create an automation for enrollment process for all the users. Now enrollment process is basically, now let's assume you have enrolled in those university or the college for the very first time. What you will do is you will submit a form, you fill up a form, submit to the front desk, and then he would be adding you inside the system of the whole university or the college. So after you fill up, that is something no one can replace. You need to actually fill this up. So it can be online or maybe on a handwritten form. Once that is done, the person or the clerk, whoever is working on there, he would be collecting those forms. He would be submitting it to the automation sector. Then they would be either scanning it or maybe, and the whole thing that you can actually create or add the students inside the system, that can be done automatically using this particular automations. Supply chain. Now let's assume you go ahead and order something from Amazon.com. Now there is something, when you have ordered something, it needs to go inside the back sector, that is the backend office. They need to validate whether the order has been successful. Is the inventory actually present or not? If yes, then how that can be shipped to you. So from the very start, from shipping or creating the package for you and till the time it has been replaced to you, means ordered or delivered to you, as you can see, you actually get a right status, means live status. This whole thing being provided to you is being means automated, where you can actually see the latest structure of where your package is actually present at. In IT, we actually can do a server or app monitoring. So let's assume for teachers over here, they can actually make sure that they monitor what is happening inside the system by using some of the automations. They can make sure that what is happening on the system of the student or maybe on any of the child that they have, they can actually make or point out what is happening exactly. And they can also create rule based applications on this so that they can actually create something if anything has been means someone is actually not opening right system, automatic mail has been sent to the concerned person. Now in HR, human resources, we can actually do a payroll automation, we can do onboarding and offboarding on this system. Similarly, in while we are going to the client service, let's assume you want to update your phone number on Airtel for the Airtel company. Means you need to update your address. So what you do is you dial in your number to the Airtel call center. They connect to you. They connect. How do they understand that it's you actually calling? So this is where the automation comes in. They type in your number. Some information will be sent in the backend and it gets retrieved. And once you have been updating that, how will that be validated whether that's correct or not? Because right now, as per the mandate from the government, it needs to be validated by Aadhaar or something from other. So that information has been validated with the Aadhaar that you share on email, and then it's been updated for your sake. Now in accounting, we can do account reconciliations. Account reconciliation is basically a business doing any automations inside that. It can be reconciled and understood that how well the means the sales of that particular team is actually happening. So we can actually make sure that accounting can be done very easily in this perspective. In operations, we can create orders, we can update order history, we can create or delete any order history using this. The automation is very easy and easily implemented as well. So we'll move on to the next slide. So the first question that comes into everyone's mind is what robots can actually do. So the first and the easiest points are actually mentioned in the slide. So I'll go ahead with each and everyone. We can log in into any application. We can connect to a system APIs. We can move files and folders. We can move files, whatever is present in the system, to one folder, one X means from one directory to another very easily using an automation by the robot system. The fourth point is extract content from documentations. So PDFs, emails, forms, and email, let's assume an attachment is present. We can actually do an automation on that. We can read that information as per our predefined rules. The fifth part is we can actually read and write in database. So we can actually create an SQL server, add an information using an automation. That's something very easy to be done. The sixth point is we can open emails, we can read them, we can save the attachments, and we can process them. The seventh thing is we can scrap data from the website. Now, scrapping data from the website is basically we can go on Flipkart, we can scrap the data, we can identify how much data is being coming in. This would be actually be covered by my colleague Srinivas, and he would be giving you a detailed understanding on that. The last part is we can make calculations. So let's assume you are getting multiple numbers. You need to sum them up. So how will that be done? So this is how an automation can help you. You don't need to actually open each and everything altogether to make that calculation, but you can tell the bot how the information can be obtained and how the end result can be reached out. Once the end result has been reached out, you can make a pop-up message for you to, as a user, to see what is the total calculation, or you can send out an email to you as well. Now we are talking about email. We can send a WhatsApp message. We can send a simple message, text message, and we can also do a multiple variety of stuffs for the end calculations as well. Now, what is the benefits of RPA? The major RPA benefits that the business are actually implementing it right now. It's because it's actually increasing the execution speed. It is enhanced accuracy. The third point is improved regulatory compliance. The fourth one is reduced cost of process execution, sorry. And the last part is easily scalable. This is the reason why businesses are actually opting into automation and implementing RPA processes in their system, because this actually creates some higher value for their own businesses. Today, when they are employing 10 people, by implementing this, they can actually free that 10 people and make them work on something more important. Because if it's a mundane task where you open your system, calculate and stuff like that, that all thing can be means we can teach that to an RPA bot. So moving ahead on that, this is a growth in RPA sector. So as we can see in these slides, the future of work, 97 million jobs would be created in future only for RPA field. There is a 40% growth annually across the industry, and this stats is only about US. In RPA, the size, the structuring, how many companies are actually opting in RPA, it's approximately 40.6% as in CAGR. So CAGR is something as a counter that helps us to understand how many companies are actually opting into automations. This is how the data has been structured out. Then what the best part is that it's a well-paying job. So from a fresher level to an advanced level, we can actually get a very good amount of salary in RPA. So right now in US, it's an approximately $1,014,000, but from a fresher level, the range starts from $94,000. So this is something very huge. Means earlier for the old tasks that we used to do, it's the starting salary for basically very low, but now this actually helps you out. And even in Indian market, it's very high demanding. Means if you go on Naukri portal or maybe on LinkedIn or maybe IND, there are lots of Naukri portals. You can actually see that there are numerous jobs opening in RPA session, means RPA world. So even if we go on check it right now, it would be humongous. So I would prefer that you guys can actually think of this as an career growth for yourself, so you can actually enhance and you can actually get a good placement as well. So the rapid business transformation. So most of the employees are actually looking into RPA. Means the businesses are actually opting in such a huge scale that it's actually making sense to them. And because of the COVID situation, means a lot of companies actually opted inside RPA. They are actually wanting to implement a process inside their organization so they can automate their mundane tasks. Mundane task is basically, I'll repeat again, it's any unstructured means it's basically doing tedious job. Similar means you're coming to the system, you're opening your application, doing stuff, predefined steps, like you're opening this invoice, that invoice, and all together filling all the data up. So this whole thing can be done by automation. And in today's start, when we the stats were being calculated for 2020, it was being found out that every day there are 5,000 new openings in RPA world. So it's something very huge for everyone. Okay. Now moving ahead on the next one, why choose RPA as a career? Right now we have an approximately 65 million jobs available in RPA world, and which has to means we have an estimate of 120 or 130 million jobs available in the for the that is 2025. So it's a very huge jump. There is a lot of data, or people can actually jump into this particular profile. Means they can actually means take this opportunity to make sure that this can be obtained and we can actually understand how this can be understood from your perspective as well. Okay, so this is the last slide, and I'll request Srinivas to hop on this call, or maybe Anuj, if you can take over, so people can actually get aware of what needs to be done, so they can understand this out.
Sure. Wonderfully covered the basics of RPA, and I guess now many students would like to start their journey and get jobs in RPA domain. So, without wasting much time, I'll just share and I'll quickly take them through the process that what they have to do. So, let me just share my screen. Shubham, do let me know when it's visible.
Sure, sure.
I hope it's visible now.
It's yeah, it's visible to us.
Great. So, guys, you have already registered on this website, right? So, the process is really simple. You just need to click on dashboard. After clicking on dashboard, you'll be redirected to the page where all the resources are available, all the links, process, step by step. So, you just click on this link, then you will be redirected to the UiPath Academy and the course which you have to complete. So, Introduction to RP and Automation is the level zero course basically. The first course which you have to do on your Path Academy to start your journey, irrespective of the domain you are going, solution architect, or it can be RP analyst, RP developer, anything. But this is the foundation, this is the most basic course. You have to complete this course as you can see on my screen that I have already completed. You need to download the diploma. Your diploma will look like this. Your diploma will look like this. Just download it, come to our dashboard, and click on submission. After clicking on submission, just enter the your file, whatever you have downloaded. Click on the t-shirt size and submit. After the validation of your submission, we'll reach out to you for your certificates and other deliverables. Now, as I've already opened UiPath Academy, so let me just quickly show you this also. Here, all the courses are available for free. You can learn about any domain, any course. Our colleague, our friend Srinivas will be taking you through UiPath Academy in much more detail. I'm just giving you an overview. As you can see on the left side, RPA startup, product training, product topic-wise sessions, role-wise courses. Just click on any role and you will get the courses which you can complete. And if you complete the whole courses with all the tasks and activities, you will be eligible for jobs, internships, and much more if you have the relevant use case and experience. So this is what you have to do. After this session, you have to complete. Let me stop my screen share. After this session, you have to complete the course. You have to submit the diploma on the platform, and then you're good to go. And after that, you can. explore UiPath Academy, learn more about RPA, and there are multiple courses in the RPA starter domain. So there's one course called Build Your First Automation with Studio X. You can start with that. Now I'll have Mr. Srinivas join us, who will take you through the hands-on part of the session and explain more about the UiPath Studio, what it is, how to download it. Over to you,
Yeah,
Srinivas.
thank you, Anuj, and welcome to the session. I feel you people has a good understanding of what is RPA. Now, going ahead, why we need to choose UiPath? So, UiPath is named as a leader with the highest ranking in current offering strategy.
Srinivas, I'm sorry, but your screen is not visible actually.
Oh,
It
sorry.
seems you're not presenting your screen. Yeah.
Is it available now?
Yes, it is visible now.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, why we need to choose UiPath only or not? Like in RPA, Shubham said, it is a technology. Under this technology, we have multiple tools like UiPath, Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, Microsoft, and etc. Okay, but UiPath was named as a leader with the highest ranking in the current offering, strategy, and RPA market present categories. If you see the leaders over here, UiPath is named as the highest ranking. It is having the highest ranking in the current offering. Okay, going on, like UiPath was also voted as a G2 for the regions of, for the four regions we have, like this Asia Pacific, India, Europe, and Americas also. So it is very easy to learn because it is we can say that it is mostly like already pre-programmed activities or already available, and it is like a small drag and drop options we have to fulfill your entire workflow or redo your tasks. Okay, moving on, like UiPath is consists of major components, which is like a studio, where studio is coming as like a you will design your workflows. You will put your like a uh, uh, what you have to do. Like when you want to open any website, we need to drag out a already pre-programmed activity. So whatever the workflows you need to do is done in from the studio level. Okay, and once you complete your workflow with your use case with your process, it will be deployed to orchestrator, where it is managing centrally the robots, because maybe you are connecting with one robot, maybe at that time it is not required, but when you are scaling up, Shubham said, if it is like adding multiple robots, and we need to we need to monitor what the robots are doing at that time, orchestrator is most important to understand which bot is doing. Okay, and when you are deployed to the orchestrator, you need a component where you need to execute the workflows and or instructions, which you all have already programmed in Studio, right? So for that, we need a robot component where it will take the instructions from the orchestrator, that to trigger this process at this time. Okay, so moving on, this is the UiPath Studio, where the RPA developers will design automatically, visually, building any kind of automation from simple task. Like we are going to present one task, which is very simple, and you can relate with that. Okay, so you might get a small doubt that only simple tasks can be done with this UiPath Studio. No, you can extend this more like with your AI skills also. We can train the bot to enhance it to perform some AI skills also. It is very powerful because it has more integrations with other systems, not only with the websites. It has a more integration with complex systems also. Okay, And it is very user friendly IDE, I can say, because it is very like if you are seeing here in the screen, it is just you are dragging and dropping the activity which is already pre-programmed. Okay, and you can visually see your automation, that means you can visually see what is your requirement and what is it is designed already, right? So moving on to this next slide, let's do a small automation, and you can see what exactly what I am saying in the previous slides, or Shubham is saying. Why it is very easy and why it is very scalable. We can see in a moment. Okay. So my case study is that you people are already aware of that, like a Flipkart website. If you are going to purchase any iPhone or any phones, you need to like log into the website, Flipkart website, and search for iPhone, and you will see all the results with the prices, right? So my task is now to open a website, Flipkart website, search for iPhone, and extract the iPhone 13 prices. Okay, so if you type iPhone in Flipkart, let's suppose, let me open Flipkart.com, and if you type iPhone here, I will get all the models available with prices, but I want only the iPhone 13 prices, which is like iPhone 13 prices, and I want all the list of one list of files with containing all the iPhone models, okay, and pricing, okay. So as I said to you before that we will build our automations in the UiPath Studio, okay, and it is a process. So I need to click on process and name it as like a Flipkart demo 13, okay, and create your process. It will take some minutes because it has to create your workflow, create your black workspace to create the workflows. Okay, so it is adding dependencies now. And if you click on open my main workflow, then here it is where this is my workspace where I can drag and drop my activities which is required to fulfill this case study. Okay, so first task is that I need to open a browser. So if you search for the already the activities are there. So if you search for browser, there is one activity called like a user application or browser. Okay, so if I drag and drop, I need to say to the robot that we need to open which type sort of application it is. So I need to open the Flipkart website, right? So you just indicate the application to automate, right? Okay, if you are indicating, it is showing that it is some kind of blur, but it is indicating the selected application. So when you click on that application, it is automatically scrapping the URL of the particular website also, because we need the Flipkart. So we don't need even we don't need to type the flipkart.com, because it is automatically identifying that the URL is a flipkart.com. And once if you check, sometimes the windows will go as a minimizer mode, right? So you need to maximize every time like that. So for this we have one property here in the activity called resize window. Click on that and select the maximize. So we are instructing the bot to open the website, type the URL, and maximize the window. This is my this is the understanding over here. So once you typed here, I need to once you open the website here, I need to type the iPhone in the search bar, right? So that where type into activity will come here. Okay, and we need to tell to the bot that where we need to type the iPhone or other keywords. So we are, if you check here, it is indicating, it is indicating the element over there. So if you click that, it is creating some selector over here that we can, you can know by learning the course in academy, which Anuj is saying that, right? So once you done with this, you just confirm that, and you need to type the iPhone over here. So just type iPhone over here. And once you type the iPhone here, you need to put enter key, right? So we are entering, then it will move to the next results. Likewise, we need to add the enter. We need to instruct the bot to, once you complete the typing in iPhone, just click on enter. Okay. So once this is completed, it is moving to next page of the results. I just want to extract, as of now for the demo, I want to extract the title of the product and the price. Okay. As you see, it is we need to scrap the information from the website. Okay. That is what Shubham has said before, that we can usually scrap the data from website, any kind of website, with a simpler option, which is going to present now. Okay, we have a table extraction, because if you see the type of the page structure, it is kind of a very structured manner. Okay, it is having some title, it is having what do you say, the ratings, it is having the price of the product, it has having the details of the product. Same likewise for the second product also. There is no no unstructured data over here, so you can directly go it as for the table extraction. Okay, because table is a more structured one, that's why we will use the table extraction over here. And we need to add the data, right? So click on add data, and once you click on the add data, you are prompted to select the elements of the product, which element we need to extract. Okay, so I need to extract the title over here. So clicking on that title, it is identifying and it is creating a column over here, some random column. Okay, so I need to identify for the second element also, to know that we need to extract the next element also. So once you click on that, then automatically, uh, once you click on this selection, we are finished with that selection. And if you check here, it is all highlighted. If you, for the remaining results also, it is already highlighted with blue color. That means a robot can identify that it is a title where we need to extract. Okay, so here it is a random column name, so I can change it to like a title of the product, title. Okay, and likewise we need to extract the element of the price level also. So the same steps will be repeated again, but this time we are scrapping the price element. Okay, again there is a random column, so we will finish that, and after that we will change it to price. Okay, so if you check the results, what you will do is manually also, you can for to navigate to next page, you can always click on next like that, to see the further results, right? So there is already one tab over here to identify that next element. So you need to click on next button and click where the next button is appearing in the website. Okay, it can already scrap this, that if you are completed with the first transaction, first result page, then navigate to second page and start extracting like that. So you have the here in the settings you have that to no limit. If you put no limit, it will scrap until like how many pages it goes. But as of now, we see only 10 pages over there, so I can limit to max pages as 10. Okay. If you have 100 pages, just you want to scrap to 100 pages also, just put no limit. That's all. Okay. But I want just max pages of 10, so I just put 10 over here and save it. Okay. As you see that I am not using any code of that, any code or any snippet over here to scrap these things. Okay. But let you might got some doubt like whether the whether the extraction is happening or not. Is it working fine or not? So we have a option over here to test the extraction. If you click on the test extraction, it will take some time, but you will get all the what is extracted over here. And again, we are not using any coding language or anything for this. Just simply we are dragging, dropping already pre-programmed activities. Okay, and we are able to see the test data that it is extracting correctly. Now, further extension, we are like saving this file to this data to a CSV file. So, write CSV we have already. So we just passing this. If you see here, whatever the information it is extracted to is stored in the extract data table. Okay, it's a data table. Maybe you people are aware what is data table, because if you are not aware, then going ahead you can learn what you can know what is data table and why we need use data table. Okay. So as of now, we are writing to a CSV file. Okay, we need to tell to the bot which way, which location that file need to be stored. Okay, so I just give the desktop, and I just give it's a Flipkart all iPhones. Okay, save it. Now we need to pass this data table to here. That's why that's where the data which is extracted over here is stored in the extract data table. So we need to pass over here this one. Okay, that's enough. But we have one more step to extract only the 13, which is the iPhone 13 results only. So for that, we need to filter the already extracted results, which is having a title, which is having 13 in the title. Okay. So for that, extract data table is filter data table is there, filter data table, and we need to tell to the bot, because of if you are not doing anything, if you don't give the your requirement to the bot will not know that. First you need to present what you need, then the bot can able to do the requirement. Okay, because someone from your team or someone your like lecturers will say to you that do this, then you are doing that. The same way it is replicating. It is replicating in the RPA also. You are instructing the bot to do these things. That's all. So we need to configure the filter, which like in the title column, which contains 13. That where it will filter all the extracted results over here to 13. It will look after in the in the title whether the 13 is present in the title or not. Okay. So as of now, we can create a new data table over here, but as of now, I am passing to the same data table. And these results, whatever the filtered results, again, I want to write into a CSV file. Again, we can drag and drop the write CSV file activity. Okay. and point it to again like which where you need again, and give the particular naming convention because it is already defaulted as untitled.csv, but we will give some naming convention over there. Okay, like Flipkart iPhone 13, let's suppose iPhone 13. Okay, and we are passing the filtered data table results to the right CSV table. Okay, like this. Now we are done. But how you know that we are done? We need to run and see whether it is replicating my steps or not, right? So for that, what we can do is that we can just simply run the bot, run file, and see whether it is replicating my steps or not. So it is opened the Flipkart page, it is opening the iPhone, it is typing, it is navigating to different pages, okay, and extracting the results. See, it is doing automatically. We are not supposed to do anything. Once you program your requirement, and you can run anytime, like every time until there is no change in the web page. Okay. So if you check here, it is already extracted all the results over here, and you can see there are like 241 results extracted from all the iPhones. But we need like a 30 iPhone 13 requirement also. So we will check in a different CSV file with here. If you check all the iPhone 13, it is extracted, and those related prices also extracted with this. Okay, and it was done with like a very minimal time, with 26 seconds only. I'm sure if you are like doing this manually, like logging into Flipkart, iPhone, and checking whether copy paste this entire title and copy paste entire things, it will take minimum like half an hour to 1 hour. But we once you program this into UiPath Studio and run it into run the program, it is take just 26 seconds only. That's where companies are adopting the RPA, that to UiPath, because of the speedness. And humans can work like of like 8 hours or max to max like 12 hours continuously, but bots are like 24/7. They can run in any kind of environment. All you need to do is that you have to build your first bot, and you are fine to run the bot. I feel it is very interesting for you. So, what are the next steps we can say? Like, if you want to feel that I want to build my bot, uh, go ahead and install the UiPath Studio from here. It's a free version over there. If you log into this link, you will get you have to just sign up for the UiPath Automation Cloud for Community. Download the installer, and you are fine to run your build your first robot. And if you face any issue while doing this, just go to this link over here. There you will find the correct documentation. If you are like stuck anywhere, if you are like getting any issue in installation, then you will find the correct documentation from this link. Okay, so moving on. So Anuj said before that we have the UiPath Academy, because I know the activities what is present over here. So I directly search from here and drag that particular activities. But as you are a beginner, you have to learn which activities are present, and you need to like understand which activities we need to use for your use case, right? So this is the source where you can learn more things. But as a beginner, you have to go with like a introduction to the RPA journey course. which is Anuj is saying, it is irrespective of the roles you are going with. Okay. So just I want to open the academy.com. Okay. academy.uipath.com. And here you can see all the courses over here. Okay. As I told you that there was like a only simpler task can be done by UiPath. No, there is like AI center also. We have the complex system integration also. So you can see from here like we have action center, we have AI center, we have apps. Okay. And we also have the roles based courses also. If you are like interested in going as a developer, then these courses will be helpful for you. Okay. But if you are going for a solution architect, this is the course where you need to enroll and study. But the basic thing is that introduction to the RPA, because that where you were used to this platform. You will get a fundamental steps over there to learn the RPA or UiPath. Okay. So moving on. UiPath as a community. So, as a community, they have developed multiple areas. Okay, for learning and certifying, Academy is the best way you can go with. So there are like you can find more videos from YouTube also, but go with the Academy first, because that is where the basic step has to be, because it is a very structured course material over there. But if you go to YouTube, you might confuse, like if you don't see any step by step courses. Okay, this is the one thing. And in the forums, like if you are stuck anywhere in your journey, like in your building your first bot, at that time forums will come into picture, because forums is the forum is the place where you can like contribute, or you can learn from others, because the many developers are placing their doubts over here. See how to search for a unique keyword in multiple PDFs. So there are contributors, like when there is a question over here in the forums, there are multiple experts, we can say, already encountered this issue, and they are resolving your problem at their best. Okay. And here in the one interesting part over here is that you can go for use case repository also. There is a use case repository in your final year project. It will be very helpful, because there are multiple use cases given by multiple members of UiPath community. Okay. See, simpler payroll with RPA, data extraction, sorry, data extraction, and timesheet, like that. You can see more use cases, and also you can submit your own use case for the community members also, and you can pick this as your college project also. That will be very much interesting. So this is the thing, you can go through with these two, like academy to start with academy to learn the RPA. And if you see the numbers, like it is like growing every day, because many companies are acquiring the RPA skill set in their companies, because of the fastness, because of the scalability. Okay. So it is very useful to learn the RPA, because market is growing a lot. Okay. And 1.5 million plus are growing, are professionals in academy and forums based. And and also UiPath is conducting community events over every time, like hackathons, conferences. And you can be part of the student developer community also. Okay. There are multiple programs to look into. All you need to do is that take some time to look at these things. Now I will pass on to Anuj. for further discussion. Hi, Anuj.
Thank you. Thanks for the wonderful hands-on part, Srinivas. It was really a great session, guys. If you have any questions, you can drop it into the comment section. And thanks, Shubham and Srinivas for joining in for the session on a weekday early morning. Thanks a lot for joining. It was really great having you both yesterday and today. Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask or you can join our discussion channel and ask there. It works anyhow. I don't think we have any questions as such. So we'll wrap up the session. We'll send you the process and steps for you guys to ensure the diploma process, how to get started with the academy. If you have any questions, you can mail us, you can reach out to us on Discord community, anything. Thanks, Shubham and Srinivas, for joining in.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tanuj, for having us on. I hope to see lots of developers or students coming into the RP world in future.
Same here.
Yeah.
Looking forward to some amazing creative bots, in fact.
Yeah,
We are expecting to see the more use cases from them also. Like,
true.
Yeah.
because, yeah,
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day ahead.
thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.